Okay, so you've got your range general all nice and fully developed. All right, you're feeling good and ready. You've got some Legolas vibes going, and you just want to get out there and let the arrows fly. But first, you need to suit up for the occasion. But don't worry, I'm going to hook you up good. Hi, and welcome to Red Evony. I am Akayasha. You can call me Aka, and this is Ares versus Achaemenidae Range Edition. So, here's how this is going to go down. We're going to go through each piece of gear one at a time and look at the various Ares and Achaemenidae options available for that particular piece. We're going to base our selection on the following criteria. We're going to keep in mind the general type and the relevant attributes. So in this case, we're looking at a range attacking general, and the relevant attributes that we want are going to be range stats. The priority of the attributes will be as follows. Range attack is the highest priority, followed by defense and HP. That's what we're going to base our decisions on. If after looking at these two criteria, there is no clear choice for the gear between the two, we'll put that one on hold and come back and have a look at it later. At that time, we will look at other considerations such as supporting troop types, set attributes, etc. And then based on those other considerations, we'll go ahead and make a decision. So if we're all cool with that selection criteria, let's get to it. So let's start by looking at the Ares bow. For the basic stats, here we have ranged troop attack, marching ranged troop attack, marching ground troop defense, and march speed. So this is looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the Achaemenidae Bow. For the Achaemenidae Bow, we have ranged troop attack, in-city ranged troop defense, enemy siege machine attack, and march speed. So on both of the bows, we have ranged troop attack. On the Achaemenidae Bow, we have in-city ranged troop defense. But remember that this gear is going on an attacking range general. So any in-city attributes are essentially irrelevant for us right now. Enemy siege attack debuff, don't really need. March speed is on both. So based on the stats that we see here, we have a clear winner, and that is the Ares bow. Nice. So we just come in and suit up our general with the Ares bow. Good. Next, we move on to the chest piece. We start off with the Courageous Ares armor. Now this one has mounted troop attack, mounted troop defense, marching mounted troop HP, and ranged troop HP. So it has one relevant range stat. We'll keep that in mind. Let's have a look at the next one. Fearless Ares armor. Now this one has ground troop defense, ground troop HP, enemy range troop attack, and enemy siege machine attack. So no range stats on this one. We can let this one go. We have a look at the Courageous Achaemenidae armor. This one has siege machine attack, siege machine defense, enemy siege machine attack, and enemy mounted troop defense. No range stats on this one. So this one is out the window as well. Finally, we have a look at the Fearless Achaemenidae armor. This one has ground troop defense, ground troop HP, enemy mounted troop defense, and in-city range troop attack. But remember, as I said, it's for an attacking general, so in-city stats are irrelevant for us. This one goes out the window as well, and we are left with only one clear choice, and that is the Courageous Ares armor. That's our pick. So we come to our general and suit him up. Nice. Next, we look at the boots. For the Courageous Ares boots, we have ground troop defense, siege machine HP, in-city siege machine attack, all troop load. No range stats on this one, so this one's gone. We go on to the Fearless Ares boots. This one has ranged troop HP, mounted troop defense, marching mounted troop attack, and march speed. So this one has one relevant range stat for us. We'll keep this one in mind. Let's look at the others. The Courageous Achaemenidae boots has ground troop defense, enemy siege machine attack, enemy mounted troop attack, in-city range troop attack. Again, in-city stats not relevant, and no other range stats, so this one is gone as well. Finally, we have the Fearless Achaemenidae boots, and this one has range troop HP, mounted troop HP, enemy siege machine attack, and march speed. So one relevant range stat here. Now we have two pieces that have one stat each, and we need to compare between the two. Both have range troop HP, both have march speed, so that's fine. The difference between the two now comes down to the Ares brutes having mounted troop defense and marching mounted troop attack, while the fearless Achaemenidae brutes have mounted troop HP and enemy siege machine attack debuff. So the question now is, which one is more valuable? The mounted troop HP with the enemy siege attack, or the mounted troop defense with the marching mounted troop attack? We'll put this one on hold for now and move on to the next piece. Okay, so we go on to the helmet now, and we start with the Courageous Ares helmet. This one has ground troop attack, ground troop HP, siege machine defense, in-city ground troop defense. No range stats on this one, so this one is gone. Next, we come to the Fearless Ares helmet. We have range troop attack, mounted troop HP, siege machine attack, and marching mounted troop HP. So we have one range stat here. We'll keep this one in mind. We go on to the Courageous Achaemenidae helmet. This one has mounted troop attack, enemy ground troop defense, enemy ground troop HP, and in-city range troop attack. So no relevant stats for us here. This one is gone as well. Finally, we come and look at the Fearless Achaemenidae helmet. This one has ground troop HP, mounted troop HP, enemy mounted troop attack, and in-city mounted troop attack. No relevant stats on this one here. This one is gone, and we're left with only one clear option, and that is the Fearless Ares helmet. So we come back to our general and suit him up. Let's have a look at the leg armor. So we start off with the Courageous Ares leg armor. This one has range troop defense, mounted troop HP, siege machine attack, in-city range troop defense. Now, in-city is irrelevant for us, so this one has only one relevant stat. We'll put this one on ice for now. We go on to the Fearless Ares leg armor. This one has ground troop HP, mounted troop attack, marching ground troop defense, marching mounted troop defense. No range stats on this one. This one's gone. We go to the Courageous Achaemenidae leg armor. This one has range troop attack, siege machine HP, enemy mounted troop attack, and in-city range troop defense. So one relevant stat here. We put this one on ice for now. And we go on to the Fearless Achaemenidae leg armor. This one has ground troop HP, siege machine attack, enemy range troop defense, enemy siege machine attack. No relevant stat on this one. This one is gone. So we now have two options. It's between the Courageous Ares leg armor and the Courageous Achaemenidae leg armor. Now we look at them, both have one relevant stat, but the relevant stat on the Ares leg armor is range troop defense, while the relevant stat on the Courageous Achaemenidae leg armor is range troop attack. And remember at the beginning, we said range attack takes priority over the stats. Since those are the only relevant stats between the two, we go with the Courageous Achaemenidae leg armor. So we get back to our general and suit him up. Next, we go on and have a look at the rings. We start off with the Courageous Ares ring. This one has mounted troop defense, siege machine attack, enemy range troop defense, siege machine attack range. No relevant stats on this one. This one's gone. We go on to the Fearless Ares ring. This one has ground troop defense, range troop attack, which is nice, enemy mounted troop attack, and march size capacity. We put this one on ice for a second. We go to the Courageous Achaemenidae ring. We have mounted troop defense, siege machine attack, enemy range troop attack, and siege machine attack range. No relevant stats on this one. This one is gone. Next, we have the Fearless Achaemenidae ring. This one has range troop defense, range troop attack, so two stats already, enemy ground troop HP, and enemy mounted troop HP. So we have two options here between the Fearless Ares ring and the Fearless Achaemenidae ring. But the Fearless Ares ring only has one relevant stat, which is range troop attack. The Fearless Achaemenidae ring also has range troop attack, and it also has another relevant stat, range troop defense. So we have a clear winner on this one, the Fearless Achaemenidae ring. So we come back to our general and suit him up. Now, we only have the leg piece to decide on, so we go back and have a look at it again. So basically, the decision is between mounted troop defense and marching mounted troop attack, and mounted troop HP and enemy siege machine attack debuff. So, which one is more important? I don't think there's really any clear way that you can decide. Some people will say mounted troop HP is more important, but when you have both attack and defense, does that become more important than just the HP alone? Enemy siege machine attack is an easy debuff to get, so whether you have it on the gear or not for the general doesn't really make much of a difference. So we leave it to our judges to decide. Judges, do we have a verdict? It's a tie. The judges have decided it's a tie. So for these boots, you can pick either the Ares or the Achaemenidae. You are fine with either one. In my case, I decided to go with the Ares over the Achaemenidae. So we come in, put that on, and here you have a fully geared up general, and you can see what it looks like here. In this case, we have 4 Ares pieces, 2 Achaemenidae pieces, or you can decide to go with option B, as we said, and have 3 Ares pieces and 3 Achaemenidae pieces. Either setup is perfectly fine. Now, aside from noting the relevant gear pieces that we have chosen, it's also nice to know that we've gotten a good selection of Ares and Achaemenidae, and that has given us a nice combination of the set attributes for both gear sets. So you can see here, for the set attributes, we have the first one in green, which is attacking troop attack, which is what we want. The second set attribute there is pretty much useless for us since this is a PvP attacking general. And for the Ares, we also have the all troop attack set attributes there. So it's a nice blend of the set attributes for the two sets, and that is something that you would also want to keep in mind when you are putting together your combinations of gear. This way of combining the set attributes for the gear pieces in some cases can be more beneficial than going with a full Ares setup or a full Achaemenidae setup for your general. So if you found the selection process that we've gone through here helpful, be sure to like the video, maybe drop a comment down below about your thoughts on the selection process. The next round of Ares versus Achaemenidae will touch on the selection process for another type of general, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well. Thank you, and Aka signing out.